faster method. To get the most out of this book, here is a simple method for learning anything quickly. I call it the faster method, and I want to use this as you read starting now. The icons faster stand for forget, act, state, teach, enter, review. Here is the breakdown. F is for forget. The key is to laser focus is to remove or forget that which distract you. There are the three things you want to forget it at least temporarily. The first is what you already know. When learning something new, we tend to assume we understand more than we do about that subject. What we think we know about the topic can stand in the way of our ability to absorb new informations. One of the reasons children learn rapidly is because they are empathic vessels. They don't know. Some people who claim to have a 20 years of the experience have 1 years of experience that they have repeated 20 times. To learn beyond your present sense of resistance, I want to you temporarily suspend what you already know or think you know about the topics and approach it with the what Zen philosophy calls a beginner's mind. Remember that your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. The second thing is to forget what's not urgent or importance, contrary to popular belief. Your brains does not multitask. More on this later. If you are not fully present, it will be difficult for you to learn when your focus is split. And finally, forget about your limitations. These are the preconceived notions you believe about yourself, such as that your memory isn't good or that you are a slow learner. Suspend at least temporarily what you believe is possible. I know this may sound difficult, but keep an open mind to what you can do. After all, since you are reading this book, some parts of you deep down must believe there is more to life than what you have already demonstrated. Do your best to keep yourself talk positive. Remember this: if you fight for your limitations, you get you to keep them. So your capabilities aren't fixed, and it's possible to learning anything. Number one. Number two, A is for act. Traditional education has trained many people that learning is a passive experience. You sit quietly in a class. You don't talk to your neighbor and you consume the information. But learning is not a spectacular sport. The human brain does not learn as much by consumes as it does by the questions. Knowing that, I want you to ask yourselves how you can become more active in your learning. Take notes. Do all the quick start exercise. Download the quick brain apps to the test and train your limitless abilities. Go to the resource page at www.limitlessbooks.com resource for additional spirituals. I recommend you highlight the key ideas, but don't become one of those who highlights junkies who make every page glow in the dark. If you make everything important, then nothing's become important. The more active you are, the better, faster, and more you will learn. Number 3, S is for state. All learning is a state dependent. Your state is a current snapshot of your emotions. It is highly influenced by your thoughts, psychology, and physical conditions of your body. Psychology, your feelings or a lack therefore about a subject in a specific situations affect the learning process and ultimately the result. In fact, when memorables to prove this, I am guessing there is a songs, pregnancy, or a food that can take you back to your childhood. Information's time emotions help create long-term memories. The opposite is also true. What was the predominant emotional state you felt back in schools? When I ask audience these questions, most people in the rooms shoot out boredom. In all likelihood, you can relate to this. If your emotional energy at school was low, it's no wonder you forgot the periodic tables. But when you take a control of your state of mind and body, you can shift your experience of learnings from boredoms to excitement, curiosity, and even fun. To achieve this, you might try shifting the way your body moves in a learning environment and are picking different modes before you sit down to learn. Change your posture or the depth of your breathings. Sit or stand the way you would if you were totally energized and excited for what was coming. Get excited about how you will be benefited from what you are about to learn and what you will do with your new knowledge. Remember, all learning is a state depend consciously. Choose state of joy, fascination,